and welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan and I'm the owner of Little Inklings Design, and today's video we're going to be talking all about the brand new Undated Always Fully Booked planner. You may be aware of our reading journals called Always Fully Booked. Typically they are a dated agenda that we release every year, and I always make flip through videos, and it's become our best-selling product in our shop. I just love seeing how much these reading journals have expanded and grown over the last 7 years that we've been doing them. This year, in addition to the 2024 Always Fully Booked planner, we also announced that we are doing a completely undated version of this Always Fully Booked planner. This is not something I anticipated doing. In fact, it's something I was pretty adamant against doing for quite a while. It was a very spur-of-the-moment decision to go for it, and it happened very quickly. And it was basically just due to popular demand of people asking for an undated version. And also, I get asked about the Always Fully Booked planners all the way through the year, all the time. I get people asking about them, but because the planner is typically dated, we only sell them in a very limited time frame. And then that's kind of it for the year. So if you kind of miss that pre-order, that means you've missed out on that planner for the entire year. We thought we would just try something new and make the planner completely undated. And I am so thrilled about this decision. I know I was resistant to it at first, but I've come full circle and fully embracing the undated Always Fully Booked planner. And I was so thrilled to see all of your excitement about it as well. I was really nervous about announcing this, and I really didn't know how it would go over, especially because we already have some undated reading journals in our shop, so I wasn't really sure where this one would fit in with the lineup, but your reception of it has been absolutely amazing, so thank you for that. This video is going to be all about the undated version. I made a video already about the dated version, the 2024 version, so if you're interested in seeing that and the flip through of that one, you can go check that out. I will leave a link to it above. So grab a snack and grab a bevy, and let's discuss the undated Always Fully Booked planner. So first up, I just want to show off these covers because I'm obsessed, and based on the reception on my Instagram and TikTok, you guys are also obsessed with these covers. So let's just give them a moment to shine again. We have this beautiful bookshelf version with a black elastic closure. We've got the title at the bottom. So this is one cover option. The other color option is this one. We've got the Book Lovers planner with a little book stack down here in rose gold cover, and the blue elastic closure. These are the undated cover option. So fun little tidbit about these cover options if you wanted to know. These cover options were actually my original design of what I thought I was gonna do for the dated version of the planner, but I got too nervous about them, kind of just talked myself out of it and thought they were too different than what I've done previously. So I kind of put them on the back burner and was like, I'll find a different use for these ideas, which I did, which you'll see when we get to the flip through. Then when I had my spur of the moment spontaneous decision to do the undated version, I was like, I already have these backup cover options, so I'm gonna just go for it because I'm already taking a risk doing the undated version. I might as well do the risk with the covers I wasn't sure about. And all that to be said, I should have listened to my gut initially because you guys absolutely loved these covers and I could not be more thrilled with that. So thank you for loving them just as much as I do. Really quickly, I'm going to go over some important details before we get to the flip through. I also do this in the dated version. A lot of this information will be the same as the dated. So if you've seen that video already, you can just skip ahead if you want to just get to the flip through. But I'm going to run through the information in case this is the planner that you're most excited about. So the pre-order date for the undated version is the same as the dated version, which is October 20th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The important thing to note about these planners, which is different than the dated Always Fully Booked planner, is that if by chance this pre-order sells out, because it is a limited pre-order, we call it a pre-order because it doesn't ship right away. It will start shipping at the end of November, early December. But the amount that you can pre-order is limited. There's only a limited number available, alternate to the dated version. Those ones, if they sell out, they're done for the year. But with the undated version, if it sells out, it will be restocked again. Might be some time just due to getting all of the current orders out, but you will see these planners become a permanent part of our collection and be available to purchase throughout the entire year. The price of the undated planner is the same as the dated, which is $55 Canadian or approximately $40 US. The price will be displayed as Canadian on our website, since that's the way that our website runs. If you are located in the US or internationally, you'll be able to see the price of your order in your own currency on your PayPal invoice or on your credit card statement. So let's get into the details of the planners themselves. So the undated version of this planner is 364 pages, 12 pages less than the dated. We'll kind of get into that a little bit more when we get to the flip through, but basically it's just to the modifications I had to make it undated. The content is still like almost identical to the dated. Again, we'll get to what is different once we get to the flip through, but just like the layout of some pages is different, causing it to be 12 less pages. Like with our dated planners, the content, the interior pages are the same. It's just the covers that are different. So you still get the same internal pages, the same designs between both books. And with these, the weekly spread, while undated, is not horizontal or vertical, which is what we do in our dated planner. These ones have our brand new dashboard weekly spread, which we will get to once we get to the flip through, and you can see what that is about. Really briefly before we get into the flip through, which I know a lot of you are like here to see, because this is an addition to our undated reading journals, which I mentioned previously, we do already have variations of undated reading journals in our store. Kind of wanted to just really briefly run through kind of what the difference between the Always Fully Booked planner and say our Novel Companion Ultra, which is our newest undated reading journal that we released earlier this year. I've gotten this question a lot, and if you want more details or to see it in kind of like a graphic format, I did make a pinned post on my Instagram that goes through every reading journal we offer and kind of the features of that planner. So you can kind of flip through each. It's a carousel post, so you can see all the features of each reading journal and see which one is right for you. So I would highly recommend checking that post out if you have questions about the differences, but I wanted to run through just a couple of the main differences and things to keep in mind, since it is a very common question and this is a new product. The biggest difference you will see between our undated journals and this new one is the size and capacity of the planner. So this is the same size as the dated Always Fully Booked planner. The pages are 9x6, and our Novel Companion Ultra is 8x10 pages. It's bigger in size. This one, the capacity is it can track up to 120 books, whereas the Ultra can track just over 200 books. That's the biggest difference you'll see. A couple of other things to note is that the Novel Companion Ultra is a condensed and simplified version of a reading planner. So it doesn't have everything that the Always Fully Booked planner has. This will have like your quarterly check-ins. It has like a yearly wrap-up. It has wish lists. It has a TV tracker, a movie tracker. Way more included in this one than you'll find in the Novel Companion Ultra. We just created the Ultra for those who may get overwhelmed with having so much. As I mentioned, those are just like the basic differences. I would highly recommend checking out that post on my Instagram if you want more information. Additionally, once the listings for these books are up on my shop, you'll be able to see all the interior photos and you'll get all the details. I lay out all the information there, so you can always refer to those as well. And finally, I do have a flip through video of the Novel Companion Ultra on my channel already, so you can go and see what's included in that and compare it to what's included in this one, so you can get an idea of where the differences lie that way as well. Hopefully that helps, but let's get to the part that I know you guys have all been waiting for. Let's do the flip through of the undated planners. Alright, so here we are with the undated Always Fully Booked planners, and get a closer look at these covers. Like I mentioned in the video, the interior pages of these planners are the same between the two. I'm going to show you the end pages quickly just because those are different. And then I'll just do the flip through. So on the bookshelf one, the end pages are this black and white pattern, and on the color, the end pages is this like pastel pattern. So first thing you may notice is you get an included sticker sheet. We do include a sticker sheet in the dated version of the Always Fully Booked planner, but it does look different than this one because with this one we did include a sticker of each month's title, so you can use later on in the book, which I will show you. And we've just attached some of our more common stickers so you can kind of get a sampling of the sticker sheets that we offer. Move in, we have our title page, and then rather than a yearly overview, which is usually what you'll see here, we did a dates to remember page with lots of room on it so you can record all of the dates that are important to you, whether that is birthdays or anniversaries, or you could record like books coming out in each month as like a quick glance, just to kind of like jot down like this book is coming out this month when you see it on social media or something. So it's a nice place to just kind of have an overview. We move into the important info and goals page. This is like identical to what you will see in the planner, other than there not being a year listed here. Get into our reading checklist. We got 3 of these included. Move into our bookshelf page and our book series tracker. We have our movie tracker and our TV tracker. So you've got 3 pages of quotes. We have a wish list page, the 5-star reads. We have a blank kind of page for you to use that's totally open to your creativity. You could record book club picks, your favorite book of each month, top books of the year, book selections from book boxes that you purchase, and then you would just like fill them in. Some people like to print the covers, some people like to draw the covers. I like to color code based on my genre chart that I put in at the very beginning of my planner. So I'll color what the genre was and then write the title and then do start rating. I use this page personally to keep track of my book club picks, so it's cool to see at the end of the year all the different genres we read and then what I rated them. We move into the reading challenges section. This is where we'll get to one of the major differences between the undated and the dated version of the Always Fully Booked planner. This page is the same A to Z, but following this page in the dated version, there is a new reading challenge this year, which is the 24 books in 2024. For somewhat obvious reasons, that is not included in the undated version because it's very, very year specific. That challenge will be probably offered as a printable towards the end of this year and leading into the new year if you still want to participate. Otherwise, it's a really easy challenge to just add in yourself. So it's not really like a crucial thing that's missing, but I did want to point out that that is one discrepancy between the dated and undated. But we do move in to the fully booked reading challenge. These prompts are the same prompts that are in the 2024 Always Fully Booked planner, with the exception of this prompt here, which is an award-winning book from the previous year. That's the only prompt that changed. In the dated version, it will say an award-winning book from 2023. We kept that open-ended. There is a year prompt, which is a book released in 2024, but that's because that prompt could be used across multiple years. If you were using this planner 2 years from now, you could still use that prompt as a book that was released in 2024. So that's why that one is still in there. Otherwise, all the prompts are the same. On the cover, reading challenge, all new prompts, same ones that are in the dated version. Reading rainbow challenge, genre, read through the ages and around the world reading challenge. So the undated version has 7 reading challenges already included in it. We have the reading goal tracker. You can keep track of your reading goal for the year. You could color in as you go. I personally like to use the mini icon stickers that I sell in my shop so I can track what format each book was until I get to my goal. We have the battle of the books, and we have this like pixel chart here. Only difference between this one and the one that's in the dated is it doesn't list the months across the top. You can add those in yourself, but in order to maintain its undated quality, it's blank. I've shown this page and talked about it the last couple of years. There's so many uses for this page. It could be keeping track of the pages, like amount of pages you read every day. It could be a budget tracker, fitness tracker, any kind of habit that you're keeping track of every day. Move into the monthly reading stats chart and a genre tally. This is new to the Always Fully Booked planner this year. It is in the dated version as well. And it just keeps track of all of your stats across the months in just one chart. And then you have your genre tally. You can list the genres that you read here. And this like little box at the top, you can write in each month and then how many books you read that month and total at the end. That way you can keep track of what you're reading across genres. These charts make it really, really, really easy to fill in these pie charts at the end of the year because you just have all the information already there. You have a blank bar graph. No title or anything. You can pretty much just do whatever you want with this page. Then we move into blank dot grid pages before we get into how the month is displayed. So this is where you'll see some difference in how it's displayed versus the dated version. So in the dated version, you typically see the design of the month on one side with a title page of the month that will display the month's name. We just have the artwork on one side and a blank calendar on the other side. So this is where that page discrepancy between the dated and undated really comes into play because we're removing that page, the title page, that eliminates 12 pages right there. You just get a one-page calendar that's undated, and this is where you can use those stickers that are already included in the book to just add in the month here if you so choose. I did also want to mention that the undated version does have tabs, but there's nothing written on them. They are just color coordinated to whatever color is displayed in that month. So again, a blank calendar, and that brings us to books to read and new releases that you'll have for the month. That brings us into our brand new dashboard layout. The only other time we have done a dashboard layout was in our Novel Companion Ultra, and we had all of this information just on one page. So the week was just one page, and then this was a whole new week on that side. With the Always Fully Booked Undated, we've kind of like spread that out because it is a smaller book in size. So we still wanted you to still have room for your information. So you've got the days of the week on one side, and you've got kind of your overview of the week is what I like to say on the other side. So you've got like a checklist, you've got some lines, you've got blank boxes. There's so many ways you could use these pages. I know a lot of you were kind of overwhelmed with the blankness of this page. I think it'll be fun to kind of discover what works for you and what doesn't if you're leaning towards this layout. I did want to mention on this side, these boxes, so you can still use our vertical sticker kits in this planner. The weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday boxes are a little bit bigger, so obviously there's going to be extra room. All the stickers will fit on this page. So just wanted to kind of point that out. Some examples of how you could use the overview. Obviously we've got like some kind of list format, however you want to use that. And same with this notes section. If you have to like jot down like a note to yourself that week, something you need to remember, like phone number, an appointment, it'll display like your reading stats for the week. You could do like your highlight and your low light, and keep track of like fitness, meal trackers, and keep track of like print, audio, ebook if you're like a big reader. You want to keep track of all three formats. So many options on how to use this, but you get 5 weeks per month. So you do get actually over a year worth in the planner. Typical year, as you know, is 52 weeks. You get 60 weeks within the planner for you to kind of play around with how they fall within each tab. At the end of every month, you do get a full page bookish haul and a full page wrap up, as well as a full page dot grid and a full page notes section. The wrap up page is slightly modified from what you may have seen of our reading wrap ups previously. I just kind of changed how the information is displayed. But like I said, you'll like get into each section has like their artwork and a blank calendar, and it just repeats per month. Like you will find in the dated version, in the undated version, you do still get a quarterly check-in. It doesn't have to be where a typical end of quarter falls, but it is check-in of the previous 3 months, whenever that may be in the year for you. So you will find 4 of these quarterly check-ins throughout the planner. Brings us to the end. You will have your last quarterly check-in, which leads into a reading wrap-up. There's no year displayed on here, but it does display what would be 12 months worth of a wrap-up. So however that looks for you, whether you're doing June to June or September to September. That leads into our book reviews. You've got a coloring page, and you could also use this as a coloring page. Leads into the review section. Very similar to how our review section has been displayed previously. 2 new things about the review section is we did add a setting prompt and a main character prompt. We do have lots of reviews in the book, 120 of them. Leads to additional dot grid pages in the back. There's a lot of extra dot grid pages and a lot of extra note pages at the back, and that just leads into a folder in the back of the planner. So that is everything in the undated version. I am going to just show you the artwork of each month so you can kind of get a sense of that. If you don't want to see that and want to see it when you receive the planner yourself, you can exit the video now, and thank you for watching. But otherwise, I will show you what the artwork of each month looks like. So we've already seen the first month, the second month, the third month, the fourth month, the fifth month, the sixth month, the 7th month, the 8th month, the 9th month, the 10th month, the 11th month, and the 12th month. So there you have it. That is everything included in the undated version. I hope that this helped show you the differences between the undated and the dated, and also touched on some of the differences between this and our Novel Companion Ultra. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment down below, or like I mentioned, refer to my pinned Instagram post that goes over even more differences. Let me know if you have any other questions about that. Otherwise, I'd love to hear from you on which cover caught your eye. If you're going to go dated, undated, let me know. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.